told you, you could save like 20% on all of your RV expenses. That's what we're going to talk about right now.
Yeah, and a lot of that savings has to do with you and the stuff that you control. Often lodging and fuel are the two biggest expenses, and those are in our control if we just slowed down a little bit and took advantage of discounts and deals.
Fuel cards and all kinds of stuff. So we're going to go over boondocking, what to do with your food, activities. Let's break it down right now for you. So first is boondocking. A lot of people that are new to RVing don't even know what that is. So let us share with you what boondocking is.
So boondocking is basically dry camping out in the boonies, right?
Yes.
And so you got dry camping, which you could be dry camping even at an RV park by not hooking up. You could be dry camping at a friend's house or at some family's house, but that has a different term. That's called mooch docking.
That's right, because you're mooching all their things.
Yes.
But when you're dry camping out in the middle of nowhere, usually you're using what's called BLM. That is Bureau of Land Management. And there's a lot of it on the West Coast, very little of it on the East Coast. But it's wonderful to take advantage of because you can stay there for like up to 14 days.
That's right.
And just think about that. If you could take a trip for 2 weeks and you didn't have to pay for lodging, that's a huge savings right there. So these are the little things that you can do along the way. One of the other things is clubs that you can be a part of. There's Moose Club, there's Elks. Those are more philanthropic clubs. So you pay
What
a
are they
yearly
called? Fraternity clubs or something?
You pay like a yearly club fee, and usually you do things in the community. There's a sense of community. People gather for drinks and barbecues and things like that. But you can stay at all the different Elks clubs and Moose clubs around the United States.
Yeah, now the other clubs that we participate in, of course, is Harvest Host, which is a partner of E3, and then there's Boondockers Welcome.
Harvest Host, we have to just put a time out. That is my favorite place to stay because you're going to vineyards, you're going to farms, you're doing things, and usually you're only with maybe one other rig, and you get to meet either the farm owner or we've picked grapes before, we've made wine. Like, it's an experience. I feel like we're in Europe or something when we do that.
And what we try to do is we have a whole lesson about route planning, but we try to pick a Harvest Host halfway between our next key destination. That way we can save a little money there because you pay Harvest Host once and annually, and then it's free to stay there. Of course, the etiquette is to participate in the farm or the brewery or the museum or the vineyard in some way.
Yes, and there's things like 1,000 Trails that you can be a part of, and that's a one-time fee. And let's just rewind 1 second and go back to free locations. I don't know if you know this, but you can stay in Cabela's, you can stay in Walmart's, you can stay in Cracker Barrel. Cabela's is really cool because they usually have dump stations, and if you go inside and purchase anything, you get that for free. So there are so many choices when you start looking at free options for lodging.
How about the biggest one, which is Walmart? Almost any Walmart across the country is open to RVers coming and spending the night. But it's good to jump on an app, whatever you use for your app, and look at the review because some Walmarts actually don't allow it. But you can look at the reviews and you can say, is it a safe location, and get some feedback before you pick that location. Make sure it's open.
And you stay attached in that certain situation. If you have a travel trailer, you want to stay attached with your rig. And it's really just a one-nighter.
Yeah. So we've talked about dry camping options, mooch docking, boondocking, and we've talked about some clubs. One other club I want to mention is Passport America. This is a club where you can save at 50% on your nightly stay at certain RV parks across the country. And there are lots of different locations.
There's also Good Sam. You can get certain percentages off of RV parks.
That's true.
So that's also cool. But let's just jump right into activities. You're going somewhere. You want to have a budget to go and do things. One of the hidden treasures is a library in the area. Sometimes you can check out little cards and you can go to the Science Museum for free. You can visit a visitor center and they'll tell you what the free days are to museums, to events, to concerts. Really cool things that are specific to the area you're visiting because there's really nothing better than getting out and meeting the people in the area that you're visiting. That's what makes it cool.
We've been to the 9/11 Museum.
Yes.
And that was on a free day. I think, well, at the time it was Tuesday, but you can just go online and you can find out what is their free day. Smithsonian's have free days.
Yes.
And they have discounts.
And we were traveling in the beginning with 5 people. We had 3 kids. So anybody with a family knows that adds up really fast no matter what the admittance fee is.
For sure.
So,
okay, we've got a couple left. Food and repairs. And for the food, this is all you, so take it away.
somehow or another, I became in charge of food. I think it was the first dinner you ever made when we first got married. There's spaghetti on the ceiling. I don't know if he did it on purpose.
That was a strategy, but the answer is you're very good at it. So
Thank you.
You can
Thank
do
you.
it.
Okay, I think the best way to save in food, because that budget can run away from you fast, is be very deliberate on where you go out to eat. And don't waste those meals. Sometimes we find ourselves at a restaurant just because I didn't plan ahead. I didn't have sandwiches or just something easy for us to snack on, and everybody's hangry, and I'm like, I gotta solve this problem. So having ice packs, coolers, doing a little menu planning, knowing, hey, I'm gonna go on a hike, what keeps well in a backpack? Those are all really great things, and we should create some menus for you. But I think that that is one of the easiest ways to save money. Another one is to do an inventory check. Look in your rig, look in your house, shop there first, then go to the grocery store with a very specific list. That will save you money every time, and you will not fall victim to the ends of the market.
Yeah.
So those end caps will get you all the time.
And then one thing I want to jump in here, the thing about the RV life that's so great is you have so much value because of the RV. And so because you're able to travel in an RV and you're able to cook on your own, you're not subject to going out to breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and if you have kids, second dinner.
Yes.
And so like even I'm thirsty can turn into like a $20 water bill.
Sorry.
So your RV is going to provide all that value for you and save along the way just with being able to cook on literally the side of the road.
Yes. And if you travel with friends, which I love traveling with friends, you can take a day each. So you can make a family style meal. It doesn't cost that much more to make extra pasta for 5 extra people. And then the next person takes on the next day. And that saves so much instead of both of you coming with full menus and then a lot goes to waste.
You know, I just thought of something else. With an RV, you're able to continue to eat healthy.
Yeah.
So if you have certain dietary needs, or if someone's celiac or has allergies, you are in control of the food you eat. You are in control of your diet. So you're not only saving money, but you're eating exactly what you want to eat. I think that's like
It's brilliant.
pretty cool.
It's really cool. It's one of the best things, having your own coffee, your own food, your own mattress. It's like RV living at its best.
We're fans.
We're fans.
Okay, so let's talk about the last one, which is repairs. There are a couple big ones. Of course, the do-it-yourself approach. If you're handy, you can save so much money on these repairs, but more than just the savings is actually being able to not have to wait, because sometimes these dealerships get backed up weeks and even months. So if you find yourself at a dealer and they're way booked out in advance, maybe you should look into some mobile repair options.
We've had a lot of good luck with that. And sometimes you'll even find them in the RV park.
That's right.
Someone in our family decided to flush down a paper towel in our bathroom. It didn't go well. And we just so happened that there was an RV repair person on site and he immediately helped. Make sure you ask how much those people are first before you just say, hey, you, come over here and help me. So
let me offer a little pro tip if you ever go to a dealership to get repair. Don't ever think that that's free storage. It could be a little tempting to bring your RV in at the end of the season and think, hey, I've got this list of warranty items. I'll pick it up in a couple months thinking that you're getting free storage.
Yeah.
Sometimes dealerships will then take that opportunity and you won't see your RV for months and months. Anytime you take your RV in for repair, be very specific on the work that needs to be done and how long it's going to take, and be diligent to get your RV back in your possession so that you can continue. Then just go put it in storage. Don't double dip in that category, because it could actually cost you, well, your experience.
Yes.
Yeah.
So there are a lot of things that we're in control of, and we can cut back in very little ways and have big savings, especially if you get everybody on board. That's kids and parents and whomever is deciding to go together.
Yep. So take advantage of those clubs and dry camping and take control of your own RV experience, and you'll have lots of different ways to save, because there is really no better way, no better value, I think, than RVing for travel.
Yes.